Welcome to New Mexico Black Rifle Operators Union. I'm your host, Sean. So as of 2 p.m. on Friday, I will be a completely free agent. Free to pursue my Ancap wishes and dreams. I think I'm going to start a business. I'm still not sure. I've got a couple ideas. I saw something that was very interesting today, though. And it goes to the brace thing. There is rumblings that they were supposed to rule on the brace rule. If you don't know what that is, the brace rule, specifically for pistol caliber or rifle caliber pistols, like the AR pistols, MP5s, that type of thing, with the braces, they are going to supposedly change the rule this month and outlaw them. However, I saw something on YouTube, and it was 10 days old, where they were talking to inside sources. Now, I hate inside sources like this. Why do I hate them? Because this is like the crap that how they started the stupid dossier about Trump. Unless you know for sure, and you're not dealing off of third-hand information from a third person or a fourth person before it gets to you, I don't know that we can put it in the bank. But as this place where I found this is a 2A community, maybe, just maybe, it looks like, if that's the case, that they know that there's going to be enough pushback that they're not going to pass the rule. Contact your congressman, because if you own a braced anything right now, you're probably going to have to fight it out or form one at some point. Unless you take what I say all the time, free men don't ask permission. So it's weird. I've worked 12 years with honor and distinction as the way I see it in the Corps where I was at. I will not compromise my character for anyone. And there are certain hard rules I've talked about. Well, my rules were, as I stated in the previous podcast, trying to be usurped. And where I have the problem wasn't that they are trying to get around those rules. It's number one, you don't back a man into a corner, a real man anyway, or a real lady, because they'll call you bluff. Well, I did. They're positive, and I'm make no doubt that they're going to be able to find someone to replace me. To be as good as I was, or as knowledgeable, or have the skill set that I have in this environment, I don't know that they will. But Russ, my former boss now, he's good at dealing with contractors, and I'm sure he can find the right people to do the work for him. So it sucks that I'm not going to get to see kids all the time, because I think kids are awesome. Just seeing what they do. Kids are innocent. They just do them. There is no political agenda. They only do what their parents teach them. So if you have a racist kid, you have a racist parent. I digress. Why is it sad? I didn't want to quit this way. I wanted to serve until I was ready for retirement. At least a couple more years, and I would be fully vested, and then I could just leave that alone and go start my own gig. However, now I may have to pull some of that retirement, probably a good lot of it, and try to start something else, because I damn sure am not going to work for someone else. After losing my dad, losing my mom, being pushed around, I don't even know if I was pushed around. Maybe if I was a little more type A in that regard where I worked. But that being said, where I work is extremely cool. All the hard work that you see in schools, I wish people could see it. That's why there's so much heartburn at this. The only solace I have with taking the leap and seeing if I can do things on my own is that they're good. I don't want to be involved with the government. And there is going to come a time and place where we're all going to have to make some hard decisions. And in New Mexico, with the Black Education Act coming down, I am pretty sure my politics or my political beliefs and my religious beliefs would eventually erode what little trust I did have left. And I say little trust. I'm sure I was pretty well trusted by a lot of people. I got to talk to someone that was once a little bit of an opposing force. And today, the vibe I got from him was, holy crap, no, I'm right there with you, man. I feel you. You know, I think everybody's wet dream is to quit their job. Thing is, what do you do afterwards? I think for a month, I'm going to get up at 8 or 9 instead of 6 in the morning. And I think for a month, I'm going to walk jag in the afternoon as I plan my next moves. Anyone who's known me for any extended time knows I don't do anything, even brash as this is, without some kind of plan. Granted, I'm at a loss as to which direction to take it exactly, but I'll pray on that more, and I'll continue to think about it. But it'll eventually appear to me one way or another. What I will say, though, is it was a little bit of a shock to find people, administrators, rally around me so much that Friday at 2 p.m. is going to be my last day, when I was supposed to, by contract, hold out for 30 days. That tells you the relationship I have with the district. There are no hard feelings here. The simple fact is, I can't pivot fast enough for them. I can't get enough help in my caliber to do what I need done in addition to what I do. I've explained that, and I've explained that one of the ideas going forward that was gaining a lot of traction was a deal breaker for me because of how much administrative overhead it would cost and how much benefit it would actually get. I don't want nothing to do with that. I love the fact that I was helping people do cool shit with kids. I was extremely excited to see CTE take off in the district. If you don't know what CTE is, Career and Technical Education. The person that got that off the ground has now become the state person for that. If anything, I identify with that type of thing because I hated school. Not because of the teachers or because of the culture or even the kids. My mom made it a brutal hell for me to where I couldn't do anything but win if I ever came in second place. I was told that was as good as an F. And that trickled down even to my father. So, I graduated in like 12th or 112th, I don't even remember to be honest, but in a class of 414 people. In rural New Mexico, that's a large graduating class. And to be a standout and be an honor grad says that, like I've said in the past, perhaps I have some intelligence. The world is on fire. It's time to grab your piece of land, your piece of the pie, and make it yours. If you're a Gen Xer, anyone born after 1966 is a Gen Xer. Up until I think 2000s or 90s, late 90s, that's when you become millennial. Now, what's the difference? The millennials were raised they were the babies of the boomer generation. There's a lot of entitlement there. There's a lot of collaboration there. But there isn't a lot of deep knowledge. Deep knowledge comes from experience. And the millennials never got the experience because of the crashes of the economy and the way the job market worked out. I feel for them. Generation X, my generation, we're a generation that's always too small. We didn't have the numbers to fill out what the boomers are going to leave. And our kids are kind of antisocial. Generation Z or Generation Alpha. While extremely intelligent, they're not collaborative people. And in the work environment, you have to be collaborative. And if I am not going to be willing to collaborate on a huge initiative that's based on customer service, I guess, again, it's not one that makes a lot of sense to me, but I digress. It's interesting at the same time, the federal government's probing to see what they can take away from us. I think New Mexico Black Rifle Operators will become a longer podcast until I can get the other business off the ground. New Mexico Black Rifle Operators we have 2 other podcasts that will probably get some more attention. I think I'll start doing 1 hour or 30-minute segments of the news and why it should matter to you in the 2A community. And the other ones, I'll focus on Schadenfreude. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And I'll focus on, well, the bad things in the world that we should know about that need to be fixed immediately. Like, share, subscribe, be great.